Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped, back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking the new Legend Big Mom into Revolutionary Army 2 with two different teams. The first team is a no-stall team, and she performs very, very strong in this particular piece of content. The second team's an interesting one, right? Big Mom has access to Roger. Whitebeard and Roger are phenomenal sub, and obviously in the no-stall team, we are using Whitebeard and Roger. But for the second team, I did something a little bit cheeky. I took Whitebeard and Roger off the team, and I decided to bypass the normal attack only mechanic. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I've actually done this already with Bullet and his end of turn damage. So I wanted to try it with Big Mom and her preemptive HP cut and her end of turn damage as well. But if you do enjoy today's video, make sure to go down there and belt the like button. Let me know which run you guys like more, the first run or the second run. If you are new, or you haven't done so already, though, make sure to hit that big red subscribe button for me. Like 55% of you guys that watch my videos haven't subbed, so appreciate the hell out of you guys if you change your mind and hit that sub button. Help a brother out. Most importantly, though, enjoy the video. As I mentioned, let me know in the comment section below which run you liked more, and let's check out Big Mom vs Revolutionary Army 2. Alright, so the no-stall team looks a little bit like this. So that is the team, those are the supports. Let's dive on in. Now, as I mentioned at the start of the video, no stalling is possible thanks to the power of Whitebeard and Roger. Their switchability is so damn powerful, getting a 1.5 times attack and a 1.5 times orb boost every single turn, as well as 3 matching orbs, is just unparalleled. It's just so ridiculously strong. With Big Mom and her end of turn damage, we can actually just tear our way through the first 2 stages and not even have to really worry about attacking. So I've just sort of sped that up, so you don't have to worry about looking at that, because the content really starts at stage 3 against Hack and 3 of his lackeys. Hack gives us 3 turns of attack down and a 50% HP cut. This is where Baccarat is so strong, because Baccarat, especially if you have a Limit Break expanded, can actually get her special back by the next time you need the attack down, thanks to the access of Pudding. Pudding's just a phenomenal sub for Big Mom as well, because Pudding activates the super typing, so it all works out real hunky-dory for this particular team. On this stage, we use the Baccarat special to remove the attack down. You can also use the support of Tessero on Baccarat as well for a chain lock, but I just wanted to showcase there that you don't actually need it. Like the amount of damage that Big Mom has, especially like with hanging on to Semler slots in those early stages, it's just so powerful having that 5.25 times captain, as well as having that chunky 1.75 times orb boost, as well as a 1.5 times attack boost. It all works out just so nice with Roger on the team. Onto the Ivankov and Kama girls. They're going to give us Bind and Despair on our captains for 4 turns after sockets. This is where Rayleigh's amazing. Just make sure he's in the bottom left-hand corner, because he can remove that. You do cop special reverse as well for 2 turns on your top and middle row. But that's okay, because we don't actually need the specials, and we just sort of get them back on the next turn anyway. Thanks to the switchability of Roger, once again, we can get a 1.5 times attack, a 1.5 times orb, remove the utility thanks to Rayleigh, and then we can just like go absolutely AWOL. Now, you only need to kill the first the int units, basically. Ivankov and the girl with the red hair. The Dex unit will actually run away, so like you don't have to worry about that. Plus, you still have the end of turn damage in effect, as well as the HP cut. So it all works out pretty nicely until we get to this Sabo Koala stage. Against Sabo and Koala, they give us normal attacks only. And this is where the run starts to slow down a little bit, because Big Mom's like interrupt only starts. It doesn't actually get the end of turn damage, which is a little bit annoying. You do cop red harking on this stage as well, which is very, very frustrating. But nevertheless, it's not that big of a deal. The big downside to this stage is you get a full board of negative orbs except for tandem slots. But thanks to Big Mom, we can actually give ourselves a full board of Semler slots, which cannot be changed. They also lock our orbs here, which is great. But if you use an orb boost, they blow away all your positive effects. Lucky for us, though, they don't actually do anything to our orbs. So our Semler slots are absolutely fine. Then we don't even have to worry about losing that orb boost, because we can just switch with Roger again. Getting that 1.5 times attack and orb boost is just so overpowered that we can just tear through each stage just thanks to that switch. And the funny thing is, we don't even get their super switch, and we manage to do this much damage and do this. Like, we just do so well in this whole run. Once we take out Sabo and Koala in one turn, we can move into the next turn. They will heal themselves and run away. But on the next turn, we come up against Morley. Now, Morley has 2 turns of defense up and 2 turns of threshold, and the support of Perispero and our Big Mom is so damn powerful. And this is where the back end of damage, or the end of turn damage, I should say, of Big Mom is going to see a lot of play when there is normal attacks only. When there's normal attacks only, Big Mom basically becomes a resilience killer. The end of turn damage can get through the resilience. You can use her super typing here as well to give yourself a 2.25 times attack boost. Thanks to Pudding, you can then stockpile that 2.25 times attack boost give yourself some cooldown, and thanks to the support of Custard, we can actually lock all those similar orbs that we just actually acquired. Pudding is going to see so much extra play, I feel, moving forward, thanks to this Big Mom, because she's one of like the best subs for Big Mom, giving 2 turns of cooldown basically. With the super type, you can always like activate the super type and then use Pudding to stockpile that to gain the special. And it all works out real nice under Big Mom because Pudding actually activates it. So she's a very good character, and Big Mom boosting Cyan Int, 2 of the best colors in the game, means that you can find a lot of very good characters to activate her super type, but I do think Pudding is going to be the one that most people will opt for most of the time. On to the next stage, we come up against Bella Betty and a bunch of lackeys. This is where Pudding's so good, because Pudding can stockpile that super typing, give us some cooldowns, and then we can use Pudding special again to give more cooldowns and an attack boost on this stage, and get Barkrat ready to go. Barkrat can remove the paralysis, can remove the attack down, and give us a orb boost. And then with the Magello ship, we can lock all of our orbs once again and hang on to those Semler slots to take into the next stage against Lindbergh. Against Lindbergh, he actually gives you a full board of negative slots or unfavorable orbs. But because we have Semler orbs, he can't actually do that. He will give us an unfavorable orb to Wodger, but Wodger will actually make Psy orbs, and I think Int orbs, beneficial to striker characters, including themselves. So it actually doesn't matter. Plus, we are going to switch into Whitebeard as well. Therefore, he gets a matching orb regardless. We do cop Bind on our top right, bottom right, middle left, as well as Paralysis. So this is where Rayleigh's really good once again, because Rayleigh in the bottom left-hand corner can remove all those negative effects. And then we can just switch again with Wodger, and then just do our thing against Lindbergh, and it just works out so nice. Like, if you have Semler slots, you are outputting so much goddamn damage. On to the next stage against Karasu. He gives us 2 turns of Despair after sockets, and he puts up 2 turns of Threshold on himself. This is where we're actually going to pop our Whitebeard and Roger special with their switch, giving us an attack and an orb boost once again. We can then use their special to turn either our orb boost or our attack boost into a 3 times and remove the Threshold thanks to the Hina support, and with their special remove Despair. It just all works out real nice here. We can easily take out Karasu, and then we can move into the final stage against Sabo and Koala. Now against Sabo and Koala, they're going to give us a whole bunch of block slots, which obviously we can remove with Big Mom, and it all works out really nicely. We can then use our Big Mom super type to get an attack boost, and literally just with an attack and an orb boost, we have everything we need to take down Sabo Koala. They reduce our recovering, and they only let us use 2 specials, but nevertheless, it doesn't matter too much because we're using a super type, so if we had another special that could give us more damage, we definitely could use that as well. We also have the final tap of Wodger here. Again, Wodger just being an absolutely phenomenal unit for this particular team. Getting the no-stall run done fairly comfortably, in my opinion. Big Mom shined really well in Revolutionary Army 2. Very similar to how Marco shined very heavily in the Hawkins Forest. I think Big Mom's like best spot is actually taking on Revolutionary Army 2, and she does it very nicely. That was the no-stall team, but I do have another very cheeky and quirky team without using Wodger, so let's slide into that now. Alright, so taking a look at the no Wodger team. Now, this isn't a no-stall team, but it does look a little bit like this. So that's the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive on in. Now, if you guys don't have the Crocodile support for Robin, you can actually use the Int Rare Recruit Basil Hawkins with the X-Drake support. I've actually done the run almost the exact same way, and it works basically the same. That way you can run like a mono Int team and take down Revolutionary Army 2, and you can sort of like add that tag to your list, I guess. It works really nicely. It has no issues whatsoever. I didn't record the run. I do have a screenshot of the run, though, so if you guys want to check that out, I guess I could post it on the Discord. I don't know, somewhere. We could post it somewhere. But this team works out really nicely, and the way this team operates is we want to beat the normal attacks only. I'll explain it basically as the run goes on, but basically on the Bella Betty stage, if you don't have normal attacks only, she'll actually give you normal attacks only. If you can kill her and Lindbergh in a quick enough time, you can get into the Karasu stage, and then he won't apply the 99 turns of attack of normal attacks only, and it all works out super nice. Once again, basically the team rocks the exact same way. We're going to use the Barkrat special on this particular stage against Hack. He does give us 3 turns of attack down, so she's great at removing that. And if you are running this team and you have the Tessero support, I would highly recommend using the Tessero support. It's just going to guarantee you the kill here, but as you can see, like, I'm like just shy of getting that damage. We do get the paralysis of Big Mom, though. That is a big thing about her kit. If there is no full immunity, you can actually paralyze the enemy, and that gives you a 30% chance of actually letting them not attack, which is actually super cool. Like, it's super nice to see them like not be able to attack you. But obviously that is pretty RNG, and if there is full immunity, then there's not really much you can do about it. Moving on to the Ivankov and Karma Girl stage, we cop 4 turns of Bind and Despair on our captains here. And again, this is where Rayleigh shines. Just like you saw in the No Store run, Rayleigh's great here because you can use Rayleigh's special. Rayleigh also has that Sailor ability where he gives himself cooldowns when another character uses a special. So that's what makes him so powerful for these like runs, because you can get his special back fairly easily. And then if you have stuff like Pudding giving more cooldowns, it all works out really nicely. Unfortunately, because we don't have an attack boost and an orb boost like you saw with the No Store run, we can only take out the unit in the back as well as do a bunch of damage to Ivankov. But because there is no normal attacks only, we actually get Big Mom's 500 times damage. Now, you only get one of these, and I think this is a bit of a downside to Big Mom, right? With Kaido, V1 Kaido, he does like the 20% HP cut and then like damage and then damage. Big Mom only attacks once, and it's only like 1.2 times damage. Without her cooldowns, obviously her multipliers are way better, but the idea of her is to be like kind of like a, in inverted commas, speed captain, but she's not overly fast because of that lightning effect, all of that end of turn with the paralysis and stuff like that. But when you can get the paralysis off, it is really, really cool to see, and it's a lot of fun using this particular character. She is a absolute powerhouse. She's very, very strong, but she does have her design flaws, and I think not having cooldowns, as well as the time it takes to sit through her animations, is a big design flaw with this particular unit. But I do understand that that's a selling point of the unit as well. So for me, it just kind of is what it is. Against Sabo Koala, all orbs become unfavorable except tandem. So this is where we're going to use our friend Captain Big Mom once again. So that way we can get a full board of Semler orbs. But unfortunately, we will lose the orb buff. Now, the idea here is we want to actually take 3 turns on Sabo Koala. That way we can stall out enough of the normal attacks only, so that way we can actually get it reapplied once we move into the Bello Betty stage. Ideally, on turn 1, you just want to make sure that you kill Koala. Kill Koala, that's the aim of the game, because you'll have so much damage taking out Sabo on the next turn. They're like, you just want to like focus on Koala in the first 2 turns even, really. They lock your orbs too, so you actually keep all the Semler orbs for 2 turns. And as you'll see, like I got so close to killing Sabo and I was just hitting goods. I was just using the Semler orbs to sort of just heal back. When you get the Semler orbs and you eat them, unfortunately it comes at like the start of your next turn, not the end of the turn. So you will normally take a shot before you heal back with them. That's another sort of flaw with Semler slots. But they heal a lot more than what a recovery orb can. And Big Mom, just like her healing is so damn powerful. Plus having a 5.25 times captain when you have them is great. Once you take out Sabo on that 3rd turn, we can move into the Morley stage. Against Morley, this is where things get really, really fun. Morley puts up 2 turns of defense up and 2 turns of threshold, which our support Perispero can actually just get removed super, super nice. And he has resilience, so this is where the back end of damage with normal attacks only, or the end of turn damage, I did it again. The end of turn damage of Big Mom will actually get through that resilience. On the first turn against Morley, we do want to do quite a bit of damage. You can't like just like hit him softly, otherwise he will kill you. And if you don't get him below, if you do get him below like 25 or 30%, he will basically end your run as well. So you want to do somewhere between 1/4 to like 3/4 damage, somewhere in between there. And utilizing the super type of one of our Big Moms will actually allow us to do that easy peasy. Once we've done that, as you can see, we do quite a bit of damage and we hit all of our perfects, which is great. On the 2nd turn, Morley gives us a chain lock for 1 turn and a full board of deck slots. But because Big Mom has a wording in her ability, in her captain ability, she'll actually turn deck slots into Semler slots, which is very good for this stage against Morley, and it'll be very good against Sugar and Treble in Dofi 2. On the 2nd turn, we are going to pop one of our we are going to pop our Pudding special, and that way we can stockpile the chain boundary that Croc will actually give us when he removes the chain lock. And that way we can actually use that later down the line, and it's going to work out quite nicely. We actually lock all our orbs thanks to Custard as well, and that way we can give ourselves some cooldowns as well, which is just super, super cheeky. If you don't have the Crocodile support and you're using, what's his name? Hawkins there, you can actually pop one of the Big Mom specials and then the super type and stockpile the super type, and then use the special, the super type, well, the Pudding special to get the super type here instead of the chain lock, and that will work absolutely fine as well. I just wanted to use Robin because I wanted to get that chain like boundary at the end, but I actually realized in the run that I had Red Haki on a Sabo Koala, so it wasn't going to work. So I ended up using it right here actually to give ourselves a chain boundary to actually take out the Bello Betty stage. And that's why it's taking me so long. We also use Baccarat to remove the attack down, as well as give us an orb boost, and that way we can get plenty of damage here to actually take out Bello Betty. We use the ship of the Miguelo as well here. That way we can lock all those Semler orbs once again, because when we move into the next stage against Lindbergh, as I mentioned in the No Store run, he'll give us a full board of negative orbs or unfavorable orbs. And having a full board of Semler slots is not only going to give us a lot of damage, but it'll just avoid that orb rotation because Semler slots can't be rotated, they can't be removed. Very similar to stuff like Wano orbs and very similar to stuff like Super Bomb or Block orbs or all that sort of stuff. On this stage against Lindbergh, we are going to have to take 2 turns here because, like you saw against, well, actually, no, we didn't. We don't need to take 2 turns. The idea is we're on a 3-turn normal attack only. We can take 2 turns here against Lindbergh if we want to. But I think you can just pop the Big Mom special on the first turn there, and you should be able to take him out, no issues whatsoever. I think I just wanted to see how much damage I would do with those Semler orbs. Because I'd stockpiled them anyway, I thought I may as well see how much damage I could do, and then on the second turn burst him down again, and that way try and save some Semler orbs if possible, moving into the Karasu stage. If you want to, though, just pop Big Mom and just go absolutely AWOL and just destroy Lindbergh. That should be no issues whatsoever. But if you do it my way as well, like that's also going to work. So, like, it's much of a muchness, really, whichever way you want to go about it. On stage 9 against Karasu, he gives us Despair and he puts up Threshold on himself. And this is where the special of either Robin in this particular run, or if you are using Rare Recruit Hawkins, is very, very good because you can actually remove the Despair and the Threshold. Now, as you'll see, we don't have any normal attacks only. We actually enter this stage with 1 turn of normal attacks only left. And because of that, Karasu actually can't give us that 99 turns of normal attacks only, which means all of the end of turn damage from Big Mom is actually starting to work. In 2 turns, we can easily take him out, even though he gives us Chain Boundary and rotates our orbs. It doesn't matter, because that end of turn damage that we can actually get with Big Mom just works very, very nicely. It just works incredibly nicely. We can take him out at 1.2 million and move into the final stage against Sabo Koala, which means, as well, we actually get the preemptive HP cut. With the preemptive HP cut, we actually deal 20% of Sabo Koala's HP, which is just an immediate 4 million damage off the bat, which is just so, so nice. And then we get a 1.2 million end of turn damage. So just from Big Mom alone, we're doing something like 5 million damage just through her passive abilities, which is just so cool. It's so ridiculously cool. They also give us a full board of Block Orbs. They only allow us to use 2 specials, and they reduce our recovery drastically. But thanks to the special and the super typing of Big Mom once again, we can get a 2.5 times orb boost, a 2.25 times attack boost, and we can get a full board of Semler orbs, meaning we have a 5.25 times captain ability, which means we're going to be hitting very, 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 very hard. We don't have any type advantage, just like you guys saw in the No Store run, because obviously Big Mom is an Instant Side Captain. But nevertheless, it doesn't even matter. Because of that extra 5 million that we did on entry, or 4 million, and then the 1.2 that we will be doing at the end of the turn, we don't nearly have to do as much damage as the No Stall team had to do. Which means, like, even without the final tap of Wodger, even without, like, their craziness, we can actually get the run done. Plus, we do damage with her special, like, because there's no normal attacks only. It works so nicely. We also have Rayleigh back at this point as well. We can use Rayleigh to make perfects easier to hit. And, it just works out. It just works out really, really nice. So, with the Rayleigh special, we can hit our perfects a lot easier. And as you guys will see, we have so much damage to take out Sabo Koala. If you guys enjoyed the run, let me know in the comment section below which one you liked more, the No Stall or the no normal attacks only. And while you're down there, don't forget to belt the like button for me if you are new. If you haven't done so already, hit that big red subscribe button. But guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.